It was a muggy August night in 2025, and I'd just left a friend's dinner in Miami's Wynwood district. I was 29, grinding as a gig worker, mostly Uber Eats deliveries, to afford my closet-sized studio in a decaying apartment building near Overtown. The dinner at Sophia's loft, tacos, warm beer and reggaeton blasting, was a rare escape from my hustle. We'd stayed up past 11 p.m., joking over old times, the city's pulse of traffic and club music thumping outside. I called an Uber to head home, the app showing Victor in a dark gray SUV 4 minutes away. I stepped into the humid air, the neon murals of Wynwood glowing under streetlights, the smell of spray paint and asphalt thick. My apartment was a 10-minute ride away and I waited, wiping sweat from my brow. The SUV pulled up, a gray Honda CR-V, right on time. The driver didn't speak or lower the window, just sat there, a silhouette in a hooded jacket, face obscured. I checked the app, license plate matched, so I slid into the back. The car smelled off, not like sweat or fast food but wet and sour like rotting leaves. "Hey Victor, long night?" I asked, trying to break the tension. Silence. The driver's hands were pale, too long, gripping the wheel with nails that looked sharp, almost claw-like. The AC was off, the air stifling, and the seat felt damp under me. The app showed we were heading to my address, but the SUV turned down an unfamiliar street, away from Overtown, toward a maze of warehouses and empty lots. "Wrong way, man," I said, leaning forward. The driver didn't respond, just tilted their head, and in the rearview mirror I saw it. No face, just a black rippling void like ink swirling in water. My heart stopped. I yanked the door handle, but it was locked, unyielding. The SUV slowed, gliding into a dark alley, the neon lights of Wynwood fading behind. I pounded on the window, shouting, "Stop the car." The driver turned, their void face pulsing, and a low, wet hiss filled the air. "Mine." I froze, my breath shallow, the air thick with that sour stench. The locks clicked open and I stumbled out, tripping on gravel, my phone clutched tight. The SUV sped off, vanishing into the night. I called another Uber, checking the driver's face before getting in, and made it home, but the feeling lingered. A cold prickle like eyes on my back. After that night, every Uber I took felt wrong. Drivers were normal at first, but their faces blurred in the mirrors and that wet, sour smell clung to the seats. They'd take detours, driving through dark, empty streets, and I'd hear that hiss, "Mine," like it came from the dashboard. I started biking or walking, but I'd see it. A dark gray SUV, parked across from my building under a streetlight, the hooded driver motionless. Their void face seemed to watch me, rippling like a heat wave. I told Sophia, my hands shaking over coffee at a bodega. She went pale, her voice low. "I saw a car like that last month just sitting outside my place. The driver didn't move. He begged me to be careful." My landlord, a chain-smoking woman named Rosa who lived downstairs, shrugged when I asked about loiterers. "Last tenant in your place left fast, said some car kept circling. Probably nothing." Her eyes darted away like she was hiding something. I scoured X, finding a 2024 post in a Miami group about a gray SUV with no driver, seen near Overtown, always at night. A commenter said their friend found wet scratches on their door after a ride, then vanished. The post was gone by morning. My phone glitched, static-filled voicemails whispering my name, a photo I didn't take of my street with a gray SUV in the shadows. I deleted it, but it kept reappearing, the car closer each time. I got a security camera for my apartment, aiming it at the door and window. The first night it caught nothing but streetlight glow. The second, it glitched at 1:07 a.m. showing static, then a shadow slipping into my room, tall, hooded, with claw-like hands. I was at Sophia's that night. The shadow paused by my bed, its void face rippling toward the camera, like it was staring through it. I stopped staying home, crashing at Sophia's, but I had to go back for delivery gear. The apartment reeked of that sour, wet smell. My keys were in the sink, dripping. A fork I'd left on the counter was on my pillow, with 3 wet scratches carved into the handle. The worst came after another dinner at Sophia's, August 30th. I called an Uber, too tired to bike in the heat. The gray SUV pulled up, no driver name, just arriving. I got in, heart racing. The driver was silent, hooded, their void face pulsing in the mirror. The SUV veered into an alley and the hiss came again, louder, "Whine." I screamed, forcing the door open as the car slowed. I ran, the SUV's headlights chasing me, the hiss echoing in my ears. I reached my building locking the door, but from the window I saw it parked below, the driver's void face staring up, claw hands on the wheel. The street light flickered and the SUV vanished, but I heard it, a wet hiss from the stairwell. Mine. I packed that night, finding a damp, rotting scrap of gray fabric in my bag, my name scratched into it with claw-like marks. I burned it in the alley, the smoke choking me, and left my keys with Rosa. I broke the lease via email. She didn't reply, just refunded my deposit. I'm in a new place now, a sterile condo in Coral Gables, far from Overtown. Thought it was over. But last night an Uber I didn't call pulled up outside. A gray SUV, no driver visible. My camera caught static at 1:07 a.m., then a shadow in my room, its void face inches from my sleeping body, claw hands twitching. This morning I woke to my phone open, a new photo loaded. Me asleep in bed, the void face looming over me, its scarf coiling like a noose. Scratched into my headboard was one word: inside. I hear the engine now, idling outside, wet and low like a heartbeat,